Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome to a little bit of a different kind of video. The first pre-release for 1.13, 1.13 pre-1 is out, and I'm actually very excited. That means we're getting very close to the beginning of 1.13, the actual launch. You can see we've got some new background stuff. Apparently there's some new music tracks in here, so let's actually turn our music up. Also, this should be a little higher as well. But they have done one little change. I know what I'm doing. They've done a little bit of a change here that I want to talk about in this video and that I want to rant about and soapbox about a little bit, okay? So, why they would do this, I don't know. But they made this wonderful, lovely addition in 1.13 where you could make bark blocks, and they would have the bark texture on all sides, and it was glorious. And then, for 1.13 pre-release, they decided, let's just add a pattern to the sides of the bark blocks. Let's give them a texture. Why? Mojang, why? Why this? This defeats the whole purpose of having bark blocks. It was going to be great. It was going to be glorious. We were going to be able to make custom trees so much more easily. We'd have bark on all sides. And then you do this. I don't understand. What is the purpose here? Why make these into essentially log pillars? I mean, don't get me wrong. The texture itself is okay. And I'm always in favor of adding new blocks to play around with and new textures to play around with. But why do it with the bark block? Why not just make this a separate block or something like that? Cubfan, my good friend, fellow Hermitcraft member, made a suggestion on Reddit where this was being discussed in the Minecraft subreddit. He said, you know what you could do is you could make this a separate block, and how you would create it would be the same way that you create stripped logs, which would be taking an axe and right-clicking it. You could do that to these, and they would to a bark block, and it would turn into this texture. I think that's a great idea. That's fantastic. But this, why? It completely ruins using these for building trees. Like, if you're going to try and do roots and stuff, you know, you're going to have these random, like, there's just no reason for it. It's, they took such a great idea, and then they did, no, just please don't do this. Please, Mojang, if you are watching this video, pretty please, I ask you from the bottom of my builder's heart, make it into a separate block. Leave bark blocks the way we were. Everyone was happy with them. No one was complaining about them. And make this other texture. Make this a separate block. Make it a separate block. Craft it using the stripped oak method, using the stripped log method like Cubfan suggested, or maybe you craft it with 2 bark blocks, one above the other, or whatever. But please, just undo that change. It's just such a pointless change. I don't see the need. I don't understand why this was done. But anyway, I wanted to get on a soapbox about that a little bit. On the other hand, I will say, 1.13 is coming close. I know this world looks horribly granite right now. This is my Kingdoms testing world where I use a custom texture pack. And I think when it comes to the bark blocks, actually, I think a lot of people are going to do that. They'll just make a texture pack that puts this texture on all sides like we all want it to be, unless they decide to split this off into a separate block. There's been a lot of game-changing bugs that have been fixed, or game-breaking bugs, I should say, that have been fixed, but there's still a few left. There's quite a few, so I'm not privy to any sort of inside information about, Mojang's release schedule or anything like that. I don't know any of that kind of stuff for sure, but I'm speculating we're probably looking at a 1.13 release within the next maybe like the next 2 weeks, if I had to make a guess, depending on how the bugs will be. I mean, if it follows the historical pattern, 1.13.0 will come out with a whole bunch of remaining bugs, and we'll have like 1.13.3 within like 2 weeks. So we'll see. But I am excited. I'm very happy. I did want to just make a very short kind of quick video, mostly just harping on this bark block thing in hopes that somebody from Mojang will actually see it and undo this change. Please, Mojang, listen to the community. I'm not the only one saying this. This is like everybody who I have seen comment on it says, yeah, it's cool to have the new textures, but why do it to the bark block? Split it off into its own separate thing. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here, otherwise I'm just going to end up rambling for the next half hour. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check those out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.